Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we are going to be talking about daily routines.
Yeah,
How daily routines can really help you learn English.
absolutely.
And we have a great article here. It's going to
Yeah.
help us break down all the reasons
Definitely.
why routines are so powerful.
Especially when you're learning a language.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when you're just starting to learn English.
So are you ready to dive in?
Absolutely.
Well, let's do it.
Okay.
So this article,
Yeah.
it really focuses on 4 key areas
Okay.
where routines can make a really big difference.
I'm listening.
So we're talking about health and sleep stress levels, time management, and building good habits.
Right, and I think we can all agree those things are very important
Totally.
when it comes to learning anything, really.
Yeah,
But especially like a new language.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So should we just jump right in?
Let's get started.
Okay, great.
Let's start with the foundation,
Okay.
which is health and sleep. So you know how sometimes you feel like your brain just isn't working?
Oh, yeah.
Like you can't focus on anything,
Right.
let alone learning new English words and grammar rules.
Absolutely.
Well, a good night's sleep can make a huge difference.
Interesting.
And the key to good sleep,
Okay.
according to this article, is having a consistent sleep schedule.
Just like going to bed and waking up at the same time every day,
Exactly.
even on the weekends.
Yeah. It's all about creating a rhythm for your body.
Rhythm. What do you mean by that?
Well, think about it like music.
Okay.
A song has a beat,
Yeah.
a regular pattern
Uh-huh.
that makes it flow.
Okay.
Your body works the same way.
Okay.
It thrives on consistency.
So when I go to bed and wake up at the same time
Yeah.
every day,
Mm-hmm.
that's establishing a rhythm.
Exactly. You're establishing a natural sleep-wake cycle. It's like setting your internal clock.
Okay, so that's what they mean by rhythm.
Exactly.
Just like a regular pattern or a beat.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And when you have that rhythm,
The article says it can make it so much easier to fall asleep and wake up feeling refreshed.
oh, wow.
Like imagine waking up every morning feeling energized
Oh, yeah.
and ready to tackle those English lessons.
That sounds amazing.
No more hitting that snooze button.
No more dragging myself out of bed
Exactly.
and feeling super groggy
Yeah.
during my English practice sessions.
Yeah, it can make a big difference.
Wow.
Like
So a consistent sleep schedule
Yeah.
is like one really important part of a
Yes.
healthy daily routine.
Definitely.
But what else can we do?
Well, the article also emphasizes
Okay.
eating healthy meals
Okay.
at regular times.
Yeah, when I'm thinking about it, I definitely
Yeah.
make healthier choices
Mm-hmm.
when I'm following a routine.
Yeah, I think we all do.
It's like when I'm rushing around, I just grab whatever is quick and easy,
Exactly.
which is not always the best for me.
It's not always the healthiest option.
Not at all.
No.
No.
Well, the article suggests
That we plan our meals in advance.
plan in advance.
Yes.
So that means like making a meal plan for the week.
Exactly. And when you plan in advance, you're less likely to make those unhealthy choices at the last minute.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like you can make sure you're eating plenty of fruits, vegetables, lean protein.
Which are
Okay.
really important for my brain
Right.
and energy levels.
Exactly. It's like fueling your English learning engine with premium fuel.
I love that analogy. Premium fuel for my brain to learn English
Yes.
more effectively.
Exactly.
Okay, so to recap,
Okay.
we've learned that a consistent sleep schedule creates a healthy rhythm
Yes.
for our body,
Uh-huh.
and planning meals in advance
Right.
helps us make healthier choices.
Yes.
These are 2 really important parts of a daily routine
Definitely.
that can really boost our overall health and well-being.
Absolutely. And when you feel good physically,
Yeah,
it's so much easier to focus and learn effectively.
that makes sense.
So
What?
now let's move on to the next benefit of having a daily routine,
Okay.
reducing stress and worry.
Oh, I need help with that.
I think we all do.
I'm constantly stressed,
Yeah.
especially juggling work life
Mm-hmm.
and learning English.
Learning a new language is definitely
Yeah.
a
It
challenge.
can be really overwhelming,
It can.
for sure.
And the article talks about how a routine can act as a sort of roadmap for your day.
A roadmap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like everything is planned out.
Yeah.
So your brain doesn't have to make as many decisions.
Yeah, okay.
You know what to expect,
Okay.
which can significantly reduce your anxiety and stress.
Interesting. So it's like
Yeah,
having a predetermined schedule
exactly.
so I don't have to constantly think about what I need to do next.
Exactly. And that frees up so much mental energy.
That makes sense.
So you can actually focus on the tasks at hand,
Yeah.
like learning new English vocabulary or practicing your conversation skills.
So instead of feeling scattered and overwhelmed,
Mm-hmm.
I can actually like be calm
Exactly.
and
Yes.
during my English session.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The article gives a really good example.
Okay.
Think about your mornings.
Okay.
If you have a routine,
Yeah.
you know exactly when to wake up,
Okay.
what to eat for breakfast,
Uh-huh.
how much time you have to get ready
Okay.
before work or school.
Yeah.
So it eliminates that frantic rushing around feeling.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Oh,
Those mornings when I'm scrambling to get everything done
right.
and I'm like so stressed out
Exactly.
before the day even starts.
Yeah. And the same goes for evenings.
Really?
A routine can really help you wind down,
Oh,
relax, and prepare for the next day.
so maybe like taking some time to review my English lessons
Exactly.
or listen to an English podcast.
Or read a book.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
The key is to create that structure
Uh-huh.
that reduces stress and allows for that focused learning.
Okay. I'm starting to see how this all fits together.
Yeah,
A consistent routine can help me manage my stress,
absolutely.
especially when it comes to learning English.
Yes, it's all about creating that supportive structure
Okay.
for your learning journey.
Gotcha.
Now, speaking of structure,
Okay.
let's move on to the next benefit
Okay.
that's highlighted in the article.
I'm ready.
Saving time and money.
Saving time.
Yes,
Tell me more.
I think that's something.
Especially about saving time.
Yeah, we can all
I feel
save.
like I never have enough time.
Right. We all wish we had more time.
Totally.
Well, the article makes a really interesting point.
Okay.
It says that a routine can help you eliminate wasted time.
Eliminate wasted time.
Yeah, so think about it.
Okay.
When you have a plan,
Yeah.
you know exactly what you need to do
Uh-huh.
and when you need to do it.
Okay.
So you're not spending all this time trying to figure things out
Yeah.
or getting sidetracked by distractions.
It's just like having a plan
Yeah,
gives me direction.
exactly.
So I'm not wasting time like wandering around.
Right. You're not wasting time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And when you're not wasting time,
Yeah.
you have more time
I like that.
to devote to the things that are important to you.
Like learning English.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm starting to see the light here.
Good.
A routine helps me stay focused,
Yes.
avoid wasting time,
Yes.
which means I have more time to practice my English.
Exactly.
Okay, but what about saving money?
That's a great question.
How does a routine help me with that?
Well, remember how we talked about planning meals in advance?
Yeah, to make healthier choices
Right.
and avoid that fast food
Well, exactly.
at the last minute.
Well, planning meals also means that you can often buy food in bulk,
Oh, yeah.
which can save you money.
Buying in bulk is definitely cheaper.
It is. And another example the article mentions is exercise.
Okay.
A lot of people spend money on gym memberships,
Yeah.
but then they don't actually go.
Right.
But if you have a routine that includes exercise,
Okay.
you're more likely to actually go to the gym and use that membership.
So I can actually use that gym membership
Yeah.
and be healthier.
Exactly. You're more likely to stay committed to
Okay.
those health goals.
Gotcha.
And the same principle applies to learning English.
Okay.
If you schedule regular study time into your routine,
Okay.
you're more likely to make consistent progress
That makes sense.
and avoid wasting money
Yeah.
on those language learning resources
Yeah.
that you don't end up using.
Right, because I've definitely been there.
We've all been there.
So many apps.
So many books.
So many different things
Exactly.
that I've bought and not used.
And it happens.
Yeah.
But a routine can help with that.
Okay. I'm really starting to see the big picture here.
Yeah.
A routine isn't just about being organized.
It's about so much more.
It's about optimizing my time,
Yes.
my money, our overall well-being,
Absolutely.
which can have a huge impact on learning English.
It can really set you up for success.
Wow.
And that brings us to the most exciting part. How routines can help you build better habits.
Okay, so when we're talking about habits,
Yeah.
we're talking about actions
Yes.
that you do regularly,
Regular, almost automatically.
almost automatically.
Yeah.
So like brushing my teeth
Exactly.
or making my bed.
Right. Those are things you do
Yeah.
without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
And the article highlights
Oh.
some really valuable habits
Okay.
that can really improve your English learning.
Interesting.
Things like exercise, healthy eating, productivity techniques.
Okay, let's break those down.
Okay.
What kind of habits are we talking about?
Sure.
And how can they help someone who's learning English?
So let's start with exercise.
Okay.
Even a short workout.
Yeah.
Each day can do wonders
Okay.
for your energy levels
Yeah.
and focus.
That makes sense.
And the article suggests
Okay.
using the phrase set a time.
Set a time.
Yes, for
Excellent.
exercise.
Okay.
So, for example, you could set a time for a 10-minute walk every evening.
So set a time means like
Yeah.
decide on a specific time
Exactly.
to do something.
Exactly.
Okay.
You can apply that same phrase to your English studies.
Oh,
So you could set a time for 30 minutes
okay.
of vocabulary practice every morning.
Okay. I'm getting set a time for a specific activity.
Exactly.
Make it part of my routine.
Yes.
What about healthy eating?
Well, for healthy eating,
Yeah.
the article suggests plan meals.
Oh, right. We talked about that earlier.
Right.
Planning meals in advance
Exactly.
helps me make healthier choices.
It does.
Okay.
And when you're planning your meals, try using the phrase healthy ingredients.
Healthy ingredients.
Yeah,
Okay.
like fruits, vegetables, protein.
Okay.
So you could say, for example,
Yeah.
I'm planning my meals for the week, and I'm making sure to include plenty of healthy ingredients.
Okay. Plan meals.
Yeah.
Healthy ingredients.
Exactly. And now how about those productivity habits?
Productivity habits.
Yeah.
How can they help me learn English?
Yeah. Well, the article highlights a phrase we've already talked about,
Okay.
plan in advance,
Plan in advance.
which is all about being organized and proactive
Okay.
with your time.
Gotcha.
And a great way to do this
Yeah.
is by creating a to-do list.
A to-do list.
Yes. And the phrase you can use here is write a to-do list.
Okay, so in the morning, I could write a to-do list.
Exactly.
That includes things like
Yeah.
practicing English vocabulary,
Oh.
listening to an English podcast.
Or reading a book.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. And writing a to-do list really helps you visualize your goals
Okay.
and stay on track throughout the day.
So I'm loving all of these tips.
Good.
We've got set a time for exercise.
Yes.
And English practice.
Uh-huh.
We've got plan meals with healthy ingredients
Right.
and write a to-do list to
Exactly.
stay organized and boost productivity.
Exactly.
These are all such valuable habits
Yeah.
that can really help me learn English. Absolutely. And the best part is when you do these things consistently,
Uh-huh.
they become second nature.
Really?
You know, they become ingrained habits
Wow.
that just support your English learning journey
That would be amazing.
without you even having to think about them.
Okay, this is all super inspiring.
I'm glad.
But I have to admit, starting a new routine can feel a little bit overwhelming.
Yeah, it can be a little daunting.
Yeah. So where do we even begin?
Right.
The article mentions some tips, right?
It does. Yeah, it does. It actually emphasizes starting small. That's the first key tip.
Okay. So instead of trying to change everything at once,
Right?
I should pick just one small thing to focus on.
Exactly. And what's really fascinating here
Yeah.
is that those tiny changes
Uh-huh.
can actually snowball into bigger ones over time.
Okay.
So, for example, instead of trying to wake up an hour earlier,
Okay.
maybe just start with 15 minutes earlier for a week.
That feels a lot more doable.
Yeah.
Like I could handle setting my alarm 15 minutes earlier.
Yeah.
And using that time for a quick vocabulary review.
Exactly. And once that feels natural,
Okay.
you can gradually add another mini habit.
Okay.
Maybe you start incorporating 5 minutes of English conversation practice into your evening routine.
So just build up gradually.
Exactly. Small steps lead to big changes.
Okay, start small.
Yeah.
Got it. What's the next tip?
Okay, so this one's my favorite.
Okay.
Make it fun.
Make it fun.
Yeah, the article really stresses that your routine shouldn't feel like a chore.
That makes sense.
Like if you dread it,
Yeah.
you're not going to stick with it.
I've definitely abandoned routines in the past
Yeah.
because they felt too rigid, too
Yeah.
boring.
It has to be something that you enjoy.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not going to work.
So how do we make a routine fun?
Well,
Especially when it comes to learning English.
think about what you genuinely enjoy
Okay.
and find ways to weave those activities into your routine. So, for example, if you love music,
yeah.
listen to English songs while you exercise.
Oh, that's a great idea.
That's a double win
Yeah.
for your body and your language skills.
And I could even sing along to practice my pronunciation.
Exactly. What's really fascinating is that when you incorporate those fun activities,
Okay.
you actually shift your mindset
Oh, wow.
from I have to do this
Yeah.
to I want to do this.
I like that.
So learning becomes something you look forward to,
Yeah.
not something you dread.
Okay, that's a really good point.
So any other tips for making the routine more appealing?
I don't know. Do you have any other suggestions?
Well, the article also suggests reading for pleasure.
Reading.
Yeah. So if you're a bookworm,
Uh-huh.
try reading a simple English book before bed.
Well, that's a good idea.
Even children's books
Okay.
can be a great way to expand your vocabulary and get comfortable with sentence structure.
You know, I used to love reading as a kid.
Yeah,
Maybe I can rediscover that joy
exactly.
while also learning English.
It's all about finding what works for you
Okay.
and making it enjoyable.
Okay, so to recap,
Yeah.
we've got start small
Yes.
and make it fun.
make it fun.
Okay, ready for the final tip.
This is the most crucial one.
Okay, hit me with it. I'm ready.
Be consistent.
Be consistent.
That's where the real magic happens.
Okay.
The article emphasizes doing your activities at the same time each day,
At the same time each day.
as much as possible.
Okay.
So, for example, if you decide to practice English vocabulary for 10 minutes every morning,
Okay.
try to do it at roughly the same time each day.
So like right after I make my coffee.
Exactly. Consistency helps your body and mind adjust.
So it becomes more natural over time.
Exactly. It's like setting that rhythm.
Oh, right. That rhythm we talked about before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So your body gets used to that pattern
Right.
and starts expecting those activities at those specific times.
So my body starts to naturally feel tired at bedtime
Exactly.
and wake up feeling refreshed when my alarm goes off.
Precisely. It's like your body becomes your own personal alarm clock.
That's amazing.
It is pretty cool.
Okay, so before we move on, let's just quickly recap
Okay.
those 3 key tips
Yes.
for building a successful routine.
Okay.
First, start small.
Start small.
Don't try to do too much too soon.
Right.
Second, make it fun.
Make it fun.
Incorporate activities I actually enjoy
Yes.
to keep myself motivated.
Yes.
And third, be consistent.
Be consistent.
Do my activities at the same time every day
Yes.
to help my body and mind adjust
Exactly.
and create that rhythm.
that all-important rhythm.
Okay, those tips are super helpful.
Good.
I feel like I have a much clearer understanding now
I'm glad.
of how to approach building a routine that'll actually work for me.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Remember, the goal is to create a sustainable routine
Yeah.
that supports your overall well-being
Uh-huh.
and enhances your English learning journey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, before we wrap up our deep dive into daily routines,
Okay.
let's take a moment to review some of those key words and phrases that we've been using. I know this will be especially helpful for our listeners who are just starting to learn English.
Absolutely.
So let's start with daily routine.
Okay, so daily routine refers to those activities you do each day
Uh-huh.
in a planned order.
Okay.
It's the structure you create for your day.
Right. So my daily routine might include things like
Yeah.
waking up at a certain time,
Yeah.
eating breakfast,
Uh-huh.
going to work,
Yeah.
studying English,
Yeah.
exercising,
Mm-hmm.
and going to bed.
Exactly.
Okay, now let's move on to rhythm.
Okay, so rhythm, we talked about how important rhythm is
Yeah.
for our body's natural sleep-wake cycle.
Right. Rhythm is like a regular pattern or a beat,
Exactly.
like a beat of a song.
Exactly.
Okay. And a consistent routine helps us establish a healthy rhythm for our body.
Yes, it does.
Okay, now how about plan in advance?
So plan in advance means to decide what to do or prepare
Well,
before something happens.
so I can plan in advance by creating a meal plan for the week or making a to-do list for the day.
Exactly. And planning in advance helps us stay organized,
Oh.
make healthier choices,
Uh-huh.
and avoid wasting time and money.
Okay, now let's talk about saving money.
Okay, saving money means to avoid spending more money than necessary.
Right.
And we talked about how a routine can actually help us save money
Yeah.
by allowing us to plan our meals, buy in bulk,
Uh-huh.
and actually use those gym memberships.
Right. Okay, and finally we have build habits.
So build habits means to develop actions that you do regularly,
Okay.
almost automatically.
So like brushing my teeth,
Exactly.
making my bed, exercising.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we talked about how a routine can help us build those healthy habits that
Yes.
support our English learning.
Okay, fantastic. We've reviewed 5 key words and expressions
Yes, we have.
that are super relevant to our discussion about routine.
Absolutely. And I encourage all of our listeners,
Yeah.
especially those who are learning English,
Yep.
to make an effort to use these words and phrases in your own conversations. The
Okay.
more you use them, more natural they will become.
Okay, so we've covered the amazing benefits of daily routines,
Yeah.
some practical tips for getting started,
Hmm.
and even reviewed some essential vocabulary.
Yes,
It's been a jam-packed deep dive.
it has.
What would you say is the biggest takeaway from all of this?
That's a good question. What's the most important thing our listeners should remember about routines
Yeah.
and their impact on learning English? I think for me, the biggest takeaway is that routines aren't just about being organized.
Yeah.
It's about creating this supportive structure
Uh-huh.
that empowers you to really take control of your health, your time, your mindset.
Absolutely. And I really like that routines can help make English learning
Yeah.
feel less overwhelming.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because instead of feeling like I have to cram everything in,
Right.
a routine allows me to kind of integrate English
Yeah.
into my daily life
Yeah.
in a way that feels manageable
Exactly.
and even enjoyable.
It's about finding those little pockets of time
Yeah.
and making them work for you.
And just kind of weaving in those threads of English practice
I love that.
little by little.
Yeah, weaving it into the fabric of your day.
Exactly.
I like that.
So for those of you who are just starting out
Yeah,
on your English learning journey,
absolutely.
remember that consistency is key.
Consistency is key.
Even just dedicating 10 or 15 minutes each day
Yeah.
to practicing vocabulary, listening to a podcast,
Hmm.
or reading a simple English book
Absolutely.
can make a huge difference over time.
It really can.
And if you're feeling stuck or uninspired,
Yeah.
remember those tips we talked about?
Absolutely.
Start small, make it
Yeah.
fun,
Yes.
and be consistent.
Be consistent. Those are your guiding principles
Okay.
for building a routine that really works for you.
So this deep dive
Yeah.
has definitely inspired me to kind of revisit my own routine
Yeah.
and see how I can make it even more supportive of my goals.
I think we all can benefit from that.
Yeah. And, for our listeners,
Yes.
remember that a well-crafted routine
Hmm.
can truly be transformative.
Absolutely.
It can help you achieve your language learning goals,
Yes.
reduce stress,
Mhm.
and ultimately live a happier and more fulfilling life.
It's like having a secret weapon,
Yeah.
a superpower
I like that.
that helps you unlock your full potential.
And if you're looking for more tips and strategies,
Yeah.
To enhance your personal growth journey,
Absolutely.
be sure to subscribe to our channel
Yes.
and give this episode a like.
We have so many more resources waiting for you.
We're so passionate about helping you learn and grow.
We are.
So hit that subscribe button
Yes.
and join our amazing community.
We're so glad to have you here.
Okay, well, we'll be back soon
We will.
with another deep dive into a fascinating new topic.
Absolutely.
Until then, keep learning, keep growing,
Yes.
and keep rocking those routines.
See you next time.
Bye.
Thanks for joining the conversation here at Kaz English. We hope you found it fun and informative. Don't forget to check out kazapp.uk. That's KAZAPP.uk for more tips, resources, and interactive practice. Keep exploring, keep chatting, and we'll catch up with you again soon.